we are ready for our animation lesson 2. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and open up our Procreate app and either go to your stack, or if you don't have a stack, you're just going to go ahead and click the plus sign. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open up my stack. I'm going to click the plus sign and we're going to create our own canvas size. So this little bitty folder right here, we want to tap that. We want to make sure that it's pixels, PX up here. We're going to go down and we're going to type in 3000, and it should be say 3000 for the height as well, and then create. Kind of squish it a little bit. I don't like it wide like that, but you can adjust it however you like just by squeezing our fingers here. The first step we're going to do is we're going to change the color of the background. So we want to hit the layers. Layers is right here. And we're going to go to background color. So tap there. Now remember, this color orb here chooses the actual color or the hue. And then this little orb here chooses a saturation. So pure saturation is right about there. Gives you the true color. Then we can have the lighter versions, the gray versions, the darker versions. But I'm going to do true saturation. And I'm going to choose a light blue. Feel free to choose whatever color you would like. Then we're going to go back to our layers. And on layer 1, we are going to choose a different brush and a different color. So in order to get this color, because I want to make it a little darker, I'm going to put my finger down and color pick it, and you notice the color changed right here. So I'm going to change that color to be a little darker. Then I'm going to choose the brush, and the brush is going to be down here in the drawing section, and it's called Sticks. And I have the brush set at about 50%. So get as close to 50 as you can. And then you're going to draw this rectangle, and it doesn't have to be perfect at all. In fact, it looks better if it's not perfect. And then I'm going to center this. So I'm going to choose the arrow here and then make sure that I'm in the center there. Choose the arrow again, and that will unselect the item. Then I'm going to come up here and I'm going to add another layer, and we're going to draw like a template on this layer. But first we want to go and open up animation. So let's do that. We're going to go right here to the wrench. We're going to do canvas and animation assist. Down here at the bottom, we're going to make this our background. So we want this to be our background throughout the entire animation. We don't want this to change. So we're going to set it. So we're going to tap it and we're going to turn on background. Now, here on the next layer, here, we're actually going to draw our template. So I'm going to choose white, and if white is not down here for you, you can also double tap in the white area and that'll give you pure white. And I'm going to change my brush. I'm going to change it to coming down to painting, and I'm going to choose the Nico rule. My brush size is going to be about 6%, and I'm going to write the word hi with an exclamation mark. You, of course, can write any word you'd like, but we want to keep it simple for your first time. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap on the N right here, and I'm going to put it down to about 80%. Now we're going to come down here and we're going to click Add Frame. Okay, before we start writing, we're going to move this layer to the top. You can hold down and then move it up. Okay, and that'll keep the template on the top for us. And now we're going to start drawing a little bit at a time. So let's grab our brush and we're going to start. And then add a frame, add a frame. And we're going to do this a little bit at a time. And the more frames you have, the smoother your animation will be. I'll go a little higher on that. And the red just lets us know where we've been before in our last frame. And you always go past it. And you just make sure you add a frame each time. And I know it seems like it takes a long time, but it is so worth it when you're finished. And you're probably thinking, I'm glad she chose a small word. Oh, we're almost there. And you're probably thinking, oh, we're done, but we need to do a few more frames of the entire thing being drawn out. That way it kind of pauses a little bit on the word high. You want to do it 3 or 4 more times, sometimes 5, just depends. And I'll do it one more time. Okay, so let's test it out and see how it looks. That looks really nice. But there's a couple of household items we got to do. Some things we have to change here. So the first thing is we're going to turn off that very top layer here. We're going to turn this one off. The one that says layer 2 at the top, very top one, we're going to turn that off. Okay. Then we're going to come down to our settings and we're going to turn down the frames per second. Let's try 5 and then hit play. And that looks really cool, doesn't it? But let's do loop. So go back to settings, or no, we're on loop, I'm sorry. Let's do ping pong. And that way it will write forwards and backwards. See how cool that looks? And I think we probably want to speed it up just a little bit. So I'm going to go to 8. Let's see how that works. And play it. Very nice. All right, so you know what to do. We need to save it. So go up to the wrench, and we're going to hit the wrench, hit share, and save it as an animated GIF to your files or to your Google Drive.